As much as your teammates on Splatoon 3 may not make you think, but Splatoon is actually a team-based game where if you work together as a team, you're more likely to do better and win. Teams are not in need of a one-man hero, if that is how you end up losing. So in saying this, surely it would be important for you to be able to communicate with your teammates. High-level players will use some outside of the game software to communicate with their team, so they can have a coordinated game and use the Splatoon app to communicate, but this isn't as widely as known. But what about for people who just want to queue in ranked or do good in the game and want to communicate with their team? Well, surely it would be a good idea to have an option to just plug in a headset and communicate with your team to victory. Communication is key in a team-based game, and it would be significantly improve coordination strategies, and you will be able to tell your team what are you about to do, or if you're about to use a special so they can play accordingly, or be able to tell your team enemy positions to stop them getting a sneaky win, and so on. Strategies will be able to be discussed in real time, meaning less mistakes and stepping on each other's toes. Matches would be more engaging with a strong sense of connection and camaraderie between players. There would also be the social integration aspects of making it easy to find people who play Splatoon straight from the game. Also, if you're looking to put together Splatoon 3, then it will be easy to find players and you would already have played with them in one or multiple matches, and you'll be able to get an idea of how they play, their play style, and how seriously they're taking the game, so you'd be able to see if they're a good fit for your team. This all sounds like a good idea in concept, but with any good concept there are always people who use it in the wrong way. If there is public voice chat in Splatoon 3, it could also open the door to toxic behaviour, with people using it for negative interactions and hating on people to ruin the experience for some players. And if you have played any old games with voice chats, then you will know this is a major issue. Look, even Clash of Clans had to remove this global chat due to its major issues. This issue also doubles into the fact that Splatoon is quote-unquote a kids game. As much as I hate that term, I cannot disagree that it does appeal to the younger players, as much as there are many adults enjoy the game. But the issue would be that many children would be exposed to toxicity and harassment. This could affect them long term, and children taught as stranger danger because it is a real issue. Saying this, they could implement parental controls in Splatoon 3, so you cannot talk to people if you set your age as a certain. But people can lie about this, and they wouldn't get the strategic advantage from communication that people would get, so they would feel like they're at a disadvantage in the game. Most games try and get around toxic behaviour by adding a feature that will let you report someone, and they will get banned from speaking for a period of time or forever. This is another good idea in concept that hasn't worked as intended in other games. There is the fact that people reported for something said cannot be taken as face value. Someone will have to determine the intent. And how is it possible for someone else to know what the intent of what someone has said? So their decision may get someone annoyed at the end of the day, and this may end up people hating the game and leaving it for something else. I'm not saying everything said needs to be assessed. Some things that are said deserve to be banned without knowing the context. Also, with a report feature, there is a fact that people will abuse the report button and may report people wrongfully, and they'll get annoyed because they have lost the game, or might just be doing it because they think it's funny to get someone banned, and this is not a good feature. So adding it on top of the speaking factor would be a tough one. There is also the fact that some people might not want to talk in games, and this would give them an unfair disadvantage towards the people that were talking. And there's also the fact, is it needed to be added? Like, when you've played game chat in most public games, most of the time it's never used. You'd be met with mostly silence in most lobbies, with not a lot of people willing to talk, and mainly might even be getting annoyed at the fact there are people talking because they're just trying to relax and play the game. Does Splatoon 3 need voice chat? It's a tough question to answer. On one hand, voice chat enhances teamwork and creates a more immersive experience. On the other hand, it can also introduce toxicity and barriers for some players. Ultimately, it's up to the developers and the community to weigh up the pros and cons and decide if voice chat is a necessary addition to Splatoon 3. What do you think? Let us know in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. And until next time, see ya.